In the stand today, I've got my 2023 Canyon Grizzle AL7. It's got the Rudy suspension fork on there. The only thing I've changed on this bike so far, it's mostly stock. I was running clipless pedals. I went ahead and went with the One-Up Components composite flats. I didn't really care for the clipless, especially like in the woods. I'll admit I fell over a couple times. I've got a saddlebag there with your essentials, and I went ahead and switched the bars out for the P&W Coast. They're the 54 centimeters if I remember correctly, and the Ergon bar tape. Now currently on my bar setup, I've got my Wahoo Element Roam, I've got my timber bell, and I've got a light. Now I also just got this box in the mail from Werks. I've got their bag in there as well as their out front mount setup. So my hope is we can go ahead and mount this Wahoo out front without the stock setup there, without the stock out front mount. And then as well as I would like to put my my outbound lighting hangover light that I typically run on my mountain bike on my helmet has the action mount. So I would like to see if it'll fit on the front of my bike. I'm really hoping it will. If it doesn't, I do have another light I can use. But anyway, let's get this box open and see what she looks like. I'll admit, first impressions, I only had to cut one piece of tape to get this box open. And the presentation is super nice. You've got your instructions right here. Got everything. Here's your bag. Here's your box with your other stuff that you might have ordered. Nice big Werks logo in the bottom of the box there. That's a nice touch. That's ooh. That's a chunky boy. She's heavy. That's okay. Let's get in this sucker. So inside this box is any accessories that you might have ordered. So I got two of these Wahoo out front mount connections, one for the bag itself and one for that, for the out front mount adapter that I bought. And then this is the action mount, which I'm hoping is going to work on my light, but we'll see. And then I also grabbed one of these handlebar stubs because they're super cheap, and that way I can put like a flashing light or another light, or you know, whatever you would normally have on your bars that doesn't work now that you have this setup, you can put on this. It should work good. I didn't want to put the bell on there because then it'd be so far away I wouldn't be able to reach it. But this is how that out front mount attaches. It doesn't come with this. This actually comes with the bag. So if you want to buy just this, you have to buy this separately. Keep that in mind. But I really wanted this, and I'm excited to see what it looks like. First impressions on the out front mount. This is super high quality. It's cold, it's aluminum. It's like, wow, this is super nice. I forget what I paid for this. I think it was somewhere in the range of $50, which sounds kind of steep, but man, this is super high quality. Let's get the bag out of the bag, and see what she looks like. So your main Werks bag comes in this Ziploc bag here, and this, I've seen videos and everything. This is so nice. Like, it's the perfect size. This is sweet. And you've got your quick pop right here. And inside, you've got your bike mount. You can buy this bike mount separately, like I was mentioning before. If you only want the out front mount and you don't want to have a bag, you can buy this separately. This is the part that we're going to go ahead and install on the front of my Canyon Grizzle here. And then you don't have to have the bag. But I really wanted the bag. I've seen in videos people like put their iPhones in here, and you could have your snacks and everything, and it's all super accessible. Going through this bag here, I'm noticing it comes with spare paracord tape. Wow. You know what I'm trying to say. English is a hard language, okay? It also comes with your Barfly plate so that you can go ahead. You don't have to attach anything to this bag if you don't want to. If you don't have a computer or a phone mount or whatever you don't want to use, you can leave this Werks cover here and it looks good. But also it comes with this plate that I can pair with my Wahoo mount so that I can still have my Element Roam out front there even when I'm running my bag. That was my plan, was to just make it so that I can quick swap anything I want. I may get another one of these so that I can quick swap onto another bike, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. This stuff's pretty expensive. Let's get this sucker put on the bike, shall we? Unboxing the bike mount, we have another one of these really nice high quality Ziploc bags. The fit and finish and the presentation that this company seems to bring to the table, I'm extremely impressed with. I know they're kind of a small company. I tried to find them on TikTok. They've got a couple of videos. They all have like 9 and 10 likes, so they're not like super big time yet. But I suspect Dude, the fit and finish of this, I'm very, very impressed. I don't know how to explain it. This looks beautiful, and I can't wait to put it on. Just pulling it out of the box, or the bag, if you will. You've got this plate here, and this is going to be where either your bag or your out front mount is going to attach. And it looks like you're going to want the bolts up. I'm wondering, yeah, hang on. I guess I could read the instructions. Why don't I do that? Yeah, I was right. Looking at the diagram here, you're going to install it with the bolts up. So let's go do that. To install your Werks handlebar mount plate, you're going to need a 3mm Allen. Okay, so I got my bars stripped down. I got the Wahoo mount off of there. I went ahead and moved that timber bell over as far as I can. This is as far over as it'll go before the bar starts to taper off. So I'm really hoping that this will be enough room for the Werks proprietary connection spot there. So it's got this really cool like quick release setup. Okay, so I've got the Werks plate installed. I chose to do it kind of like I do stems. No gap in the back, and then just gentle torque in the front. And it seems stable. I saw a lot of people mention you want it angled slightly forward to encourage your bag to stay open on its own while you're riding. So I may have to mess with that a little bit, but that's the plate there. Let's go ahead and slap the bag on and see what it looks like. So to get your Werks bag or your out front mount attached to your mounting plate, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, you've got your mounting plate right here, and you're gonna just go ahead and hook it up at the top, let it rotate down. So it's hooked on there right now. You're gonna then come underneath, and you see this red lever here? You notice that it's in that groove there. That's what you want. You wanna make sure that it's sitting down in that groove. Take this red lever and flip it the other direction. And it is adjustable. That nice solid click, and there you go. That bag ain't going nowhere. And also, the reason that I allowed my bag to be rotated slightly forwards is you'll notice that it's gonna stay open by itself. You can adjust how much it's gonna stay open by itself. I'm also gonna have my Wahoo on there, which will be additional weight pointing this way, which should help it stay open. And then when you're done with it, just lock it down. Should be easy to do one-handed. I'm not really sure what's up with the paracord, but it's there and it looks kind of cool. So let's get everything set up the way I want it, and we'll see what she looks like. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this this Werks cover off. So to do that, I'm gonna peel this sucker back here, and I'm gonna remove those two Allen bolts there, and then I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna grab my Barfly plate, because you'll notice that all of these, like these Wahoo adapters here, they're Barfly brand. So they should bolt right up to this Barfly plate adapter, which will go on the top of my bag, replacing that cover there. And they've stepped down to a 2mm Allen to go ahead and get this sucker off. I should note that when you go ahead and pull this thing off, it comes with these tiny, tiny, tiny little screws here. They're 2mm Allens. And also your Barfly adapter will come with more of those little bolts and more rubber washers. So that's handy. At least we got spares. So I got the Barfly Wahoo adapter out of its little packaging here, and I notice we have extruded bevels there, and they fit beautifully right there. So you literally could not install this thing crooked if you tried. I love that because I'm a perfectionist, and if it's even 1 degree crooked, it's gonna drive me nuts. And what I think is, because typically I don't, depending on what computer you use, but like I have a Garmin and a Wahoo, and typically you're turning them clockwise to lock them and counterclockwise to unlock them. So what that looks like is you would want to have the Wahoo text legible while you're sitting on the bike, and then the Barfly mount would be backwards. Because if you look at it, it says Wahoo, and then it also says Barfly bike facing the other direction. So that's the way I'm going to mount it. If it's backwards, well, I'll flip it around. The bolts to attach the adapter to the actual aluminum plate, they've changed your sizes again. We're up to a 2.5mm Allen. And remember, you're attaching a plastic part to a piece of CNC aluminum. It does not need to be that tight. Just snug it. You're gonna be fine. Do not cross thread these. I almost cross threaded one of them. Thankfully, I caught myself. We're good. To go ahead and attach this to your actual Werks bag, you're gonna take these little tiny 2mm Allen screws, and you're gonna take the little tiny rubber washers that come with this kit. You're gonna line this red sucker up here, set it down in the hole, and then you're gonna go ahead and gently flip your bag over, and I'm gonna hold it with my thumb, and I'm gonna go ahead and put those screws in under here, which I'm gonna need both hands for. So we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I've got this adapter mounted. Keep in mind that these screws are absolutely tiny. I recommend putting them in using your fingers as far as you can get them with just your fingers to make absolutely sure you do not cross thread them. And then as far as tightening them down, just breathe on it when you tighten it down, man. It doesn't need to be that tight. If you break that screw off, you're screwed. So that's what the adapter looks like on top of the bag. It protrudes a little bit, but nothing crazy. Let's go grab the Wahoo and see how it fits. Okay, so I just had my first little issue with this bag. Notice how that tail of that is just barely in there? Look what happens. Oh, bag won't close. Oh crap, what did I break? Did I break the bag already? No, this little tiny tail is getting in the way. Now, did it again, see? What is going on here? Now we're good. So what I'm gonna do there, and I mean, I don't blame Werks, they're clearly a small company trying their best, is I'm gonna tuck that. Probably tuck it the other way. If you see that yours is pointing up, maybe tuck it so that it's pointing down, and then you should be good. So I've got my Wahoo Element Roam. Let's see here. This is a quarter turn, click. Solid, she ain't going nowhere. Nice. See what I'm saying? With that extra weight there, it's really gonna hold that bag open. Yeah, this fit and finish is beautiful. Other than that one thing I just discovered, but honestly, that's, you know, I may have even done that when I was doing that install. So I don't blame Werks for that. Man, the use of space in this bag is beautiful. The extra paracord, nice touch, guys, nice touch. The one thing I don't really love is the handle, the over-the-shoulder holder, whatever they call this. Not a fan, guys. And you make it not removable. I get it. You're going to run into a store, you're going to bring your bag with you. Great. But can you, like, you should have made it removable. You could have put, like, little clips or something so that it could have been pulled off. And now I have to be super duper careful and make sure that it's all the way in so my bag will close again. I'm going to go ahead and put the bar end mount on the side as well, and that way I can have stuff on the side. You can see it doesn't interfere with my bell at all. My bell can stay there indefinitely. Looks good, looks good. Cool. What's next? On either side of your Werks bag, you have a little threaded hole, and that is intended for your bar stub, because now your bag is in your way. So whatever you would have had on your bar there, it's no longer feasible because your bag is in your way. Well, what will you do? Well, you can put it on here. And you'll notice it attaches with a little 3mm bolt, and check it out. It's a keyed hole. It's a keyed hole. They thought of that. It goes in that little slot there and it won't spin. Gosh, you guys thought of everything. It's CNC'd aluminum. This piece here was like, what, like $4, $6? I don't know. I don't know how they're making them that cheap and so nice, but yeah, I'll show you what I'm gonna use that for. So yeah, now with the little bar mount stub here, I can have my light on the side there and it doesn't get in the way, and I can still open my bag just fine and close my bag. Yeah, it touches a little bit. I could go ahead and move it over just a touch, but it's pretty solid fit. You could have one on both sides, and I think you can put an action mount on the front too. But for, you know, for just your basic rides, I'm not gonna need my crazy bright light. And I'm also noticing the paracord, it holds these flaps down. There's pockets in here as well. They really did a good job of maximizing the space usage on this bag. I'm really liking it. I think you could even put a bag under, or like a jacket under here too. I don't see why not, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my out front mount set up. That's gonna be my daily use setup. I bought this for more of like a bike packing long ride type setup. I don't plan to ride around with this bag all the time. It's just something that's really good to have, and it's such a quick and easy swap out with this quick release red lever down here that honestly within 2 minutes I can go from having a full-on almost bike packing setup to going on a quick road ride. It's just like, I really like that setup, and hopefully they'll make more stuff like that, because such a good idea, and it's so solid. Like, it just looks, that looks so good. Like, check it out, cockpit view. Cockpit view. Man, that looks killer. It doesn't look like obscene, and it's so solid. They could have very easily done something with the stem, but I feel like they probably did this to make it more of a universal setup. If you have carbon bars, you might want to be a bit more careful. I have aluminum bars, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, let's get that out front mount set up and see how it looks. One thing I want to say to Werks as a company, you packaged everything in these cardboard, and you also put them in a little plastic bag. As a consumer, I would not have known the difference if they just showed up just like this. You're a California-based company. Skip the plastic. Cardboard, fine. Plastic, not fine. Okay? So far, I'm really liking your packaging and your fit and finish, and the quality of your product seems top notch. I will say you used a lot of plastic in your packaging, though. When you take your action mount out of its packaging, it'll also come with another little tiny plastic bag. I can't fault you on this one. I don't know what else you would use. It comes with 2 little bolts and 1 big bolt. Your big bolt is going to go through the middle there. This is also aluminum. I expected it to be plastic. Very impressed. I also went and grabbed one of my actual GoPro skewers, and the thread depth and length is the same. So you can go ahead and use your standard GoPro skewer if you want, or you can use the provided bolt. Nice touch. I really appreciate that. And this will be my daily setup. You've got the Wahoo Element Roam sitting up top of the out front mount there. You got the action cam adapter with the outbound lighting hangover on the front there. It's meant for your helmet, and I know that they do make a road bike specific light, but I mean, it's whatever. Just blind the other cars on the road. Who cares? It's fine. The only thing I can think of, you might even be able to see it just right now, but like that out front mount is super high and it's not adjustable in any way. Like, guys, could have made that a little bit shorter. Like, honestly, a ½ an inch shorter would have been nice. But I may get used to it. We'll see. Hopefully, because boy, that sucker sticks up pretty high. So, all in all, this is my install and initial impressions of the Werks bag. Such a pretty bag. So excited to give this thing a whirl. And the out front mount. And I did the Wahoo adapters on both. And they both fit and finish. I mean, my Wahoo's going nowhere. Seems solid. I really like this quick release setup here. This is really nice. That everything is either billet aluminum or very high quality plastic. So I have no doubt this thing will definitely hold up and be really good for years to come. I'm really excited to get out and grind some gravel. So let me guys know what you think. Werks, if you're watching, just those couple small critiques, the use of plastic and that sucker being a tall boy. Other than that, I'm extremely stoked on my purchase and extremely excited to go for a ride. So that's my initial impressions and install. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. And go ride your bike, man. Jeez, what are you waiting for?